Thank you both for being here. Welcome to the Real Deal's annual forum in Miami. Can you just start by introducing yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Edgardo Defortuna, President and CEO of Fortune International Group.
I'm Ana Cristina Defortuna. I'm the VP of Sales for Fortune International Group.
And you're married, correct?
Yes, for 28 years, actually.
Yes. And we work together. And we have so much fun together.
I bet. So first, how does this event compare to other years?
Really, it gets better every year. I mean, the amount of people that really attend this event, it's really remarkable, and the ability for the Real Deal to get people to come here and to participate is really amazing. So we're very, very pleased. We always supported it from the first time they did it, but it's getting better and better.
And do you see it as a networking opportunity? Do you come for the panels? Do you come to meet? I saw you hug Dora just a second ago, who we had on earlier. Do you come to see your friends or?
Well, all of the above, actually. I mean, I think that some of the panels are very interesting, but the networking that you do here and getting to see people all at once and concentrating in one place and being able to talk about potential opportunities that sometimes people don't have the ability to come to our offices or to reach out to us. So it's great to be able to see them and participate and interact with them.
Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about development a little bit. Developers have been dealing with cost increases, inflation for quite a bit. So I'm wondering, is that still affecting construction timelines in 2023?
Yes, certainly. The good news is the price of sales has gone up. So even though the cost has gone up, in general terms, the equation is still balanced. But you are really trying to control those costs and figuring out to try to do better than what you promised, but also maintaining the cost under consideration. So it's challenging because there are many projects in the pipeline and very few contractors that do the level of work and quality that we really demand. So, but so far it's been a good experience, and we're maneuvering through that. And locally, we're developing Ritz-Carlton residences in Pompano. We started construction. Same thing with St. Regis residences in Sunny Isles and Nexo in North Miami Beach. And with all of them, we've been able to really come up to an agreement with a great general contractor that is performing as expected for now.
Yeah, it seems like despite the challenges, the whole city is under construction. I mean,
It really does.
Yeah, we're staying in Wynwood, like not far from here at all, and cranes everywhere. Like so much is going on.
Yeah, there are different pockets and neighborhoods that are really very, very active, and as you could see, the world is in love with Miami, so everybody wants a piece. And luckily, we're in the right place at the right time. I think that the lack of sites is going to slow down the demand because it's not easy to find great sites anymore. But so far, it's been the demand has outpaced the supply, so we're very, very happy.
Given the challenges, how are you selecting which projects to work on and move forward with, and which ones to avoid?
Well, we are very selective when we select, and we take a long time to study each one of them. And we're very fortunate because we are in that position and we can actually select the best. And I feel that Fortune has the best projects under our wings. And that's because we take a lot of time and effort to study every detail. Because it's very important that not only it's about location, but it's about lifestyle. It's about building communities. It's about improving and impacting the way people live. And if a project has those characteristics, then we'll be forward. It needs to have every single one of them.
Check all the boxes.
There you go.
And for both, Miami locals and people who have loved the city for a long time, but also I'm assuming for international buyers and to attract people to the city. Do you consider those factors as well, I'm sure?
Very important. And like Edgardo said, the world wants a little piece of Miami.
So you touched on the branded residences projects you have in the pipeline. What do you think drove that boom? Is it something that could have only happened in Miami? It seems so Miami specific.
No, I think that the many cities are trying to imitate it now. I mean, if you go to Madrid, there are a number of residential projects that are going to be promoted being branded. And of course, Dubai is also a great example, but even in New York and other major cities in the world, it's like Ana Cristina was saying, it's about lifestyle. It's about assuring the buyer that not only they're getting a great product from the architectural point of view and from the design and construction point of view, but also they're getting a great service and a great lifestyle. People are buying moments, they're buying experiences in addition to buying real estate, and that's what differentiates the great brand from a non-branded product, or for brands that are not as keen on servicing the resident that uses the property.
Do you think the hotel branded residence market in Miami is getting oversaturated? Do you think that there are too many?
Well, I wish we only would use them, but a lot of us realize that it's so good to have a branded hospitality residence that many developers are. We like to think that we were the pioneers on using brands, but it does make sense. So it's hard to keep up coming with new brands or new concepts or new lifestyle experiences, but I think that they're here to stay because they provide a significant benefit over regular condominiums as luxury as they could be.
Do they sell for a premium, because you have that hotel and that luxury brand attached to it? Could you have the same condo project without that, Ritz-Carlton brand or a similar sort of brand attached? Would it still sell at a similar price point?
It's very hard to measure, but I'm sure Ana Cristina agrees 100% that they do sell for more. They sell faster. They are recognized immediately. And again, we at Fortune have a great advantage, which is not only we're developers, but we have an incredible sales network of over 1,000 brokers that work in our company. So we use their information and their contact with the customers to be able to design the product and the services that the customer is looking for. So we're really big on understanding that and really providing the solution and the servicing that the customer is looking for.
Yeah, and I agree with Edgardo, and especially it guarantees the lifestyle and the well-being of the projects for the years to come.
I want to broaden it a little bit. South Florida saw such an influx of buyers from other markets over the past few years. Are you still seeing that in 2023? Do you expect it to continue into 2024?
There's a continuous migration. It used to be more during the pandemic for the U.S. buyer, but now the socioeconomic situations in Latin America have created a new wave of buyers. Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Peru. So we're seeing more of a balanced equation today between Latin America and US, but we continue to see the attractiveness of moving to South Florida from economic reasons, for natural reasons, for lifestyle reasons. So
for security, safety. People feel very safe in Miami. That's great.
So what are, you talk a lot about lifestyle, but generally, is that what you would say most condo buyers are looking for right now when deciding, I want to buy at this building?
Yes, lifestyle is a very big component, and wellness factor is also important. What this space can do for me, how can we bring architecture and improve a space to the point that it will really elevate the way that person lives. And that's how we study every space. Every space needs to have a purpose. There's a reason for that space to be that way. So we really put a lot of effort into giving an identity, a personality to every single space. And at the end of the day, it's a soul. The building needs to have that soul. And when people connect with that, then they say, I want to be in that building. I like it. So that's what we're always trying to look for.
I wanted to go back to something you mentioned before, at how it's difficult to find a really good site and really good land to build on. What's going to start happening? Are you going to start to see demolition of older sites, a lot of redevelopment?
Yeah, we already are seeing that. The San Regis Residences in San Real is a perfect example of that. There was 346 units on all structure for small buildings, and we bought each one of them for 2.5 years. For 2.5 years.
2.5 years to buy every single one of them.
And then terminated the condo, and now it's it's a magnificent site for the next San Regis residences. But it's happening all over Miami, and the situation of the 40-year certification of buildings and the amount of money that people need to spend in all their buildings make it potentially more attractive to sell those units and buy something newer and allow a developer to proceed with the demolition and construction of the new project. But still, I mean, it's a long process, it's a difficult process, and it's not going to come very easy. So the difficulty of getting, especially waterfront sites, still there, very prevalent.
Mm-hmm. And then we can always move north.
I think we can end with this one. So, what's the project you would say you're most excited about right now?
Oh God, it's like
That's
saying,
a hard one. Those are my babies, guys.
saying which one of my 3 children is the handsomest one.
Yeah.
There you
Or
go.
something. So
Each one has its own special qualities.
All right, well, talk to us, give us a little taste.
Well, of course, the ones that really, to me, really highlight the most is the San Regis residences in Sunny Isles because of the 450 feet of ocean front. You can create a club amenity between the two buildings that is over 100,000 square feet of space. So really, again, creating those areas that Ana Cristina was talking about that really allow people to really live a great life. But
then we have Aura also.
yes.
Aura is this beautiful 80-story building in the financial district of Miami. And he was very nice and very generous because he gave me not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 stories of a park in the center of the
gorgeous.
building. So it's basically an oasis in the middle of the financial center of Miami. And we have 4 different, food and beverage areas that are very well curated. We have a food and wine room. Then we have a curated market that will be open 24 hours. So if you come at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and you're hungry, you can eat something. You can have a fresh croissant that was recently made in the fresh, French bakery. And then we have on the 80th floor a beautiful club, a private club. And then there's a beautiful restaurant. So that's the lifestyle that we want to bring to Miami because people appreciate it. And that's what brings communities together. You want to have a community. You want to connect with people. That's something that for us is very important, to keep that human connection, right?
I'll end on this. I just have a general question for being in Miami the last couple of days. It seems like there's so many restaurants that come from New York, right? It's kind of astounding,
Yeah.
Well, like we were walking around Wynwood and I'm like, there's Joe's Street Pizza or Pastis.
Yes.
Tell me, why that is.
Well, again, obviously New York for many, many years was really the capital of the food and beverage and financial capital of the world and stuff. So, and when the migration of people from New York, they brought their favorite restaurants, or the restaurants came following them. I'm not sure which one it is, but Miami had great restaurants before, but now it's really incredible. You can eat at a top restaurant every day of the month and not.
And it gives them an excuse to come to Miami more often, because all these people, and many of them we know them, we're friends, and they just love spending here more time because of our weather and our vibe, right, of this incredible city.
Yeah, you see it in many ways. I mean, the activities that Miami had to offer from the entertainment, arts, and food and beverage point of view are really elevated in the last few years to an incredible level. So I still say that we're still in the infancy of that. I mean, and more people, because now we're not only getting the New Yorkers, we're getting great restaurants from Italy, great places from France, looking at spaces spaces in Miami to open their operations. So it's really incredible what's happening in this wonderful city.